I'm not in the rich class. This face landing was not fake, guys. Hello, strangers of the internet. Katy Perry and a bunch of rich women went to space. And my favorite part is Katy Perry's empty stare at the camera while holding a flower. And spinning. Let's talk about it. Over the last year-ish, Katy Perry has been trying to JoJo Siwa her career. You know, basically flip it on its head and reinvent herself. As we know, she made the song Woman's World. So Woman's World. Something like that, I know. And that was basically a complete flop. And there was a bunch of controversy over that. I'm not gonna go over it too much because that was a while back, right? You're here for the present, the now. Or if you're here in the future, thanks for coming and watching. Subscribe, everyone subscribe. Okay, subscribe. But in fact, she kind of became a meme. Queen of memes, shall we say. We'll get into it. She partnered with her old songwriter pal guy, I believe his name was Dr. Luke, and he allegedly raped Kesha, the singer-songwriter, when she was 18 and a upcoming artist. So people were very upset at the fact that she went with this guy out of everyone, and how during the trial where Kesha was trying to get justice for, you know, being taken advantage of by a man. There's a lot there. There's a lot. We can go into it if you guys want to. Comment below if you want a video on that, because I got you. Let's do it. But people are also really upset about how Katy Perry is, at least at the time of this video, under investigation for last August of 2024, allegedly filming one of her music videos illegally in a protected zone. Now, in 2025, that is not the only damage she has done to the environment. Katy Perry, along with a bunch of women who went to space for 11 minutes, allegedly tore a hole in the ozone layer. Now, this is alleged, okay? There's a lot of people talking about this, a lot of people upset about this. I did a little research. I couldn't find any articles or like kind of hard evidence that this has happened, but I think they're more upset about the fact that there's a ton of CO2 emissions happening when you take off to space, and that is just, you know, of course we know it's really bad for the environment. So I think that's what they're kind of based off of. But again, it's alleged. I do not know if it's actually happening. I wouldn't really be surprised because our planet's not doing really good right now, guys. But if you do have any evidence and you know anything, let me know, because I'm actually very interested to know about this.
Wow, she's just so cute, so whimsical, so insightful. Protect her at all costs. You know what? I'm gonna buy tickets to her tour right now.
Okay, I'm gonna read that for you guys. So what the caption says is the reaction Katy Perry thought she was going to get to her dumbass face floating around with a flower after she ripped a new hole in the ozone layer for $1 trillion while people are gearing up for a recession. Little scandalous. So as you can see, she's definitely still a meme. She's definitely still a meme. But people are actually upset about this, not just, oh, she's just a mess. They are mad that she spent, this lady said $1 trillion, I've seen $1 million, just tons and tons and tons and tons of money on this for an 11-minute space ride for what seems like more of a stunt. A kind of political stunt. Not political, but, you know, PR stunt maybe. People are upset of her spending this amount of money, as most of us are struggling right now. We're not making rent.
Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying.
It was kind of heavy, but it's true. People are really struggling. It's really hard. Comes across like they're threatening the rich. Like if you saw the end of the video, it said, eat the rich. People are saying this. They have been saying this for a while, ever since, you know, especially right around election time. People were saying this stuff. I'm not in the rich class.
Ooh, Delali, a crown! How exciting!
But it's kind of scary. 5 million likes on this, by the way.
Tell me.
Sad. Like, these are really hard to watch. And part of me is like, well, rich people do rich people stuff. You know, they spend money on stupid things. You know, they have the money. It's theirs. It's their money. But, you know, it would be really cool to go to space. You know, who cares? Like, who cares what these rich women do? But I think these people have a point that we should care about where this has gone to. This has started to affect our environment. This is our home. This is not just their home. They were buying something crazy for their home. Do it. I don't care. This is our environment to think about. They're spending so much money for a stunt when they could use that for good, you know? And even if they don't use it for good, at least don't do harm. You know, like, again, it's their money. I don't have too much of an opinion on this because I just don't know enough about it. But as I see it, it's just don't hurt anyone, but you're hurting them. You're hurting things. But you're not an astronaut. People have been saying, well, she's been told that she was an astronaut. She's an astronaut. She's not. She did not study. People have worked very, 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 very hard to become an astronaut. She is not an astronaut because she floated in a tin can for 11 minutes. So, we're gonna take a little breather. We're gonna go plant some plants in honor of the environment. I have a bunch of plants in my office. This is all plants up here. And I've been really getting into plants. I want to start growing my own food as well to kind of be a little more green because I love the planet and I would like it to survive. So, we're gonna go do that. I didn't film it because I was doing it with my sister and I kind of just wanted to enjoy the moment. But here is what we planted. We planted some strawberries and they're adorable and they're cute and they're growing and it's adorable. Also, this is Bart. Yes, that's a Simpsons reference. And we're back. I know it was quick, but I really enjoyed it. But we gotta talk about this real fast. Some people don't think that it was real, like the space landing. Does anyone remember that time I went on that date with a guy who claimed that he thought the Earth was flat?
What? Tell me everything!
I should really tell you guys about that at some point. It was funny.
Something is definitely not adding up, and I'm gonna be the one to say it. Somebody gotta be lying. I was watching the live footage from when the capsule came from space. Y'all gonna see it too. But somebody that was in the capsule opened the door, opened the hatch from inside the capsule, y'all. So when the door opened from the capsule, a lady that was standing by Jeff Bezos ran over to the door and said something, probably like, don't do that. You can't do that. It's showing. Don't open it. Don't open it. But it was already too late, y'all. It was on live feed. But you know, they still had to try to play it off somehow. So the people from the live crew that was talking was like, Jeff Bezos is about to open the door from the outside. He about to open the hatch. And then Jeff Bezos went over there with some little key or whatever. And then he act like he was opening the door when we all just seen that the door opened from the inside. That's not supposed to happen. You cannot open that capsule from the inside. It's pressurized. It's closed from the outside and locked and sealed. So how did they open it? Somebody on that jump opened it. So you mean to tell me they got blasted up in space?
It kind of got cut off. A random thing. Does anyone think that in that clip, Jeff Bezos from behind looks like Andrew Tate? Because I thought it was Andrew Tate for a second. That man needs to leave. He needs to back up. Like, no. Now, I don't know nearly enough about space or astronauts to know how this all works, but it's kind of interesting to think about, you know? The space landing was not fake, guys. Stop it. If you think it was fake, comment down below. Subscribe. If you think it was real, like me, subscribe. Everyone subscribe, okay? Get your butts in here. We're partying, okay? But think how it did open before he opened it with his tool. That's a little suspicious. Now, I don't know if these clips were flipped, because maybe he opened it and then they closed it after. Maybe he opened it and then they're like, wait, we want to get on camera, and then they closed it and then did it again. I don't know. I feel like there's many logical explanations for this, but at the same time, it'd be very interesting. It'd be really interesting to think about if it was fake. Just more money down the drain, I guess. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, you legally have to subscribe. If you don't, you're going to jail. Straight to jail. Right to jail.
Right to jail, right away. Believe it or not, jail, right away.
And comment down below what you think. Here's the puppy before your next story. Is it Haru? Oh, she sees the ball. She very much wants to go get the ball. I'm gonna let her go get the ball. See you in the next one.